I don't know. I'm not going to keep it. Let's keep going. Okay, Scorpio, welcome to your readings. This is going to be your reading. Let's see what's coming through for you. I got a couple cards, but it said no, so we'll see. Okay, we got, again, everybody's leaving stuff behind. Scorpio, doesn't it feel so good to walk away from everything that doesn't serve you? Again, check out your sun, moon, rising, and Venus, but what happened? What happened when you did this? What happened when you surrender? What happens when you let go of all this stuff? Ka-ching! Your blessings, your abundance, your legacy, your everything, you're expanding. Okay, just be careful here because we've got a little bit of greed or anger or revenge, okay, whatever this is feeling like coming through here. So this is also important for you because like some people, like whether you got left behind and this is the energy you're in, like you're still harboring anger or resentment, or maybe someone is to you, but this is also just, you know, Scorpio, I know you're rap, but I love you guys. You're probably the most amazing and, in my experience, misunderstood for so many ways, but you also are the way you are because of how deep and protective and, you know, whether it is good or bad, every sign has toxic signs. So I'm not saying you are or aren't. It's a personal journey. And if you heal and you do the work you need to do and you're able to let go of the stuff that burden you, then you become a loving being. You become able to trust. You become able to give and share and build wealth and success and love and opulence with whoever this is. With the full moon here too, there's just a lot of stuff you're realizing that you needed to let go. You've also maybe gotten some help here. Maybe you're learning different tools and techniques. What are the messages for Scorpios here? Plus with the 10 of Pentacles, this is like abundance, success, inheritance, big money, big money. This is job success. I feel like it could be a separation. Some of you could be leaving behind someone, so maybe you did get divorced and this is part of the settlement. Some of you could have got the house out of it. Some of you are also in this period of a break. I feel like it's more that like you left a lot of stuff. You were emotionally detached because you were focused on your success. Now that you've got the success, you're trying to figure out your heart, and you've kind of disconnected for so long because you've needed to. It's self-preservation. Like you needed to, because in order for you to get the goals and achieve the things that you wanted, some of you, if this is a divorce or situation, you're letting it go. You're letting it go and you're making new moves and you're moving away from it. Like you're moving in a new direction. There's opportunities ahead. Could be headhunted even. Maybe there's people who want to hire you. However this is, world card, lots of travel, huge success, a huge beautiful cycle here. I feel like there is a period of separation here, but it's interesting because you're separated but you're connected by money, or you're connected in some way here. Weird. Oh, good. That is so cool. I got 2 cards. They fell on each one. Oh, I don't like that. Okay. Someone could have left because somebody's methods of finances weren't honest. Okay. This could also be a lie, like a big lie. Some of you may be finding this out. Some of you may have split because of kids. Maybe there was a child that you didn't know about. How do we get here? I feel like that's the question you're asking. How do we get here? So whatever this situation is, whether there was deception, whether it was also like what separated you and this person, because maybe this is someone you were supposed to be with. Maybe this is someone that you were married to or someone that you thought it was good, but there's just this incessant need to always be right, whether this was one of you or both of you, but because you're always fighting or not saying what you want to say or saying too much or hurting the other person or walking away, like whatever, it seems like a game. Okay, there's like too many games. No, done, over. You don't need this. So it's done. And also maybe you learn too, maybe this person was using you or vice versa for money, however this is, right? Like you're recognizing someone just wasn't you either stop letting someone toy with you or someone let you know, whatever this is. Gaining peace, gaining clarity, gaining a lot of reflection here too. Could be in a marriage. Some of you may also have like committed to, again, your personal mental health. Maybe this person values that. Taurus energy coming through too. And Taurus had a really powerful reading as well this time. So it's a huge segment here. Let's see. Yeah, so some of you could have found out about stuff and that's why you separated. 9 of Swords. There's a lot of like mental energy though. So a lot of overthinking, a lot of difficulty, a lot of struggle. Some of you are definitely struggling or on each other's mind, or they're on your mind or you're on their mind, however it is. There's a lot of wisdom that's coming through from this too. And that's part of what was necessary from this period of separation, because you needed to learn. You needed to learn something. You needed to experience this, unfortunately, whether it was good or bad or whatever end you are on this. Some of you too, there may be a situation with a child here. I feel like, you know, maybe your child, doesn't mean it's a young child, any whatever age, but like maybe there was a period of separation after a loss, or maybe finances is a reason why. And I hear there could be like an inheritance battle between siblings as well. That's very specific. And some of you could just be really far away from home. Really far away from home, and you don't know a lot of the stuff. Like that's why you're kind of being left out. Yeah, there's a lot of betrayal here. Ah, Scorpio. But we end in a victory. I feel like that's part of, like, some of you may have been choosing a job or choosing a direction, and it hurt you and it hurt them. Like this is whether you were in denial too or they were in denial, because this can kind of be like, yeah, walk away, see if I care, because you don't think you do, but then you do. Or vice versa, they did. And with these two energies, it's sort of just like there's still such a deep betrayal or words, right? Because swords are words. Like there's things that are said that can't be unsaid. Like whether you said something to this person or this person said something to you, you still hear it. You still feel it. It's still, you know, like, not to be dramatic, but you're moving into a new direction, trusting your intuition here too. There could be Pisces energy coming through. I feel like there's a lot of truth that was revealed to you for this reason, because that's what's leading you forward. Now, your finances are in a great place. This could be retirement. This could be new opportunities to make money. Like you're very secure. Like it doesn't necessarily mean you're in your millionaire status yet, but you're in a place where you're sustained, your home, your house, everyone around you, like you have money for whatever you need to do. And that is the ultimate freedom. It doesn't mean that there's like a bunch of zeros on it, but if you can provide for your family, provide for your home, provide for yourself, and you can maintain, then that is already wealth. That is already success. And I feel like whatever this was, like you might have all that, but you don't have this person, or this person has all that, but they don't have you. However this is resonating, but there's this element of definitely like whether you met and you got together with someone and their kids don't get along with you. I'm not sure how this is resonating, but there's just such a hard, tough energy, but you are moving into this beautiful new connection. And I think like it's what's helping here is because you're starting to have those honest conversations, because you're getting closure, and because you're ending whatever that cycle is and you're taking this new direction, it's leading you to new places. But someone could be feeling betrayed. Like if you're leaving someone behind, or this is calling you away from someone or causing this separation, it's this period of separation that's kind of hurting, right? Like it's the pain. It's homesick too for some of you. It could be really homesick, missing someone, or waiting to return home to this person. Or if it's like a soulmate twin flame thing, then the separation is coming to union. You could be dreaming about them. You could be even like dreaming how you're going to be with them when you see them. It could be leading to marriage here. Something very serious and significant is happening, because we do have this powerful energy. Scorpio, for what it's worth though, like keep doing it, keep getting rid of this. Like, I'm not saying keep doing this. Like, whatever this situation is, release it. Bless and release it. Unburden yourself. Like, you are stuck or trapped or caught up in whatever this is. So if you don't have the tools, get them. Get help. Talk to someone, whether it's therapy, whether it's support groups, whether it's communities, whether it's free material that's everywhere. But it's allowing you to use this. So try not to, I'm not saying that you're in this phase right now where you're recognizing that you are able to make some changes if you want to. And if you want to have better relationships and you want to have better connections and you want to have better dynamics, like you've mastered an area of your life, especially if it's your finances or your security or whatever this is, but you're not happy in others. And this could be either time to walk away from something, which is leading you to something better, or this is you recognizing that, like, where and how you're contributing, because there's two sides. Like, it's not just one person is not making the relationship go well. It's how are we helping that? How are we hearing our partner when they're saying something or not saying something, or how are we able to move forward from something? But if it's a one-sided, or you're the one who's trying, or you're the one who's not compromising, or whatever it is, if you can, then it's a very powerful self-assessment right now, because this new moon is asking you to start different. And maybe you have financial security that you didn't have before, so you weren't being serious before, but they were. So there's a lot of damage that's already done. And just because you weren't playing all in, and now you want to, or now they want to, like if this is the person to you, because this is interchangeable. This can be you to them or them to you. And sometimes it's both of you. This could be completely mirrored. This could also be a cycle, because I got the infinity here. So this is something that you kind of keep looping into. So maybe it's a pattern, maybe it's a behavior, maybe it's a, yeah, well, screw you and bye. Maybe that's not a good style, okay? Like, it's not a healthy way of dealing with stuff. And I'm only saying that because it's burdening mentally. This is damaging, whether this is you have trauma from someone or they have trauma from you. I'm just being honest. But I'm not saying it's your fault, and I'm not saying it's not. And I'm also not trying to accuse anyone or make anyone feel bad. I'm just making you aware that sometimes the things you say have consequences. This is everybody, right? But because your energy is the major transformation in those deep, deep things, I think that some things really deeply hurt this person, or vice versa. Your words really hurt them, like really pierced, right? And hopefully that's it. But anyway, I love you, Scorpio. We're moving into a lot of new changes, but this is a period here where you have to release a lot of stuff, because you can't carry this forward. You can't think like that anymore. You can't hold on to those stuff anymore. You deserve to be free of that, and to have that clarity, and to have that peace of mind, and to also come into a new relationship without these tactics. And I'm not sure why. Maybe it's part of the manipulative side, or maybe it's part of the playing the field side, or maybe it's just a player mentality. You can't be in a devoted relationship with someone and be playing. This isn't like offense, defense. Like, this is, you pick a role. And if you're trying to be in both places, or your person, or that's how they're feeling or seeing you because you're not fully in there, it doesn't always mean it's another person. Like, some people are workaholics. Some people cannot have relationships because everything else is a priority. So maybe it's time that, you prioritize something, but that's no longer making you happy because you're missing something else. So this is just general advice too, focus on the things that bring you joy. Focus on the people that bring you joy. And when they're not bringing you joy anymore, let them go. And you also have to accept that some people let you go because that's what you're doing too. And this is for everyone, not just, Scorpios, I love you. But you also are the way you are because you're so protective, and you should be. Everyone should be. I think that's one of the best lessons we can teach each other sometimes, is that, you know, sometimes the boundaries are because it doesn't fly. It can't be like that. It can't carry on like that. So recognizing that's going to be very powerful, because you're also recognizing huge parts of your thinking and your communication. And that's what this whole retrograde is also helping us to do, is to see the areas where it's damaging not just others but ourselves. Okay, so I think that's a very powerful lesson here, because that's going to shift. How would I feel? How would I take this? How would this sound like? How would, if it was done to me? And I'm not saying like we'll never wear each other's shoes, ever. So don't for a second look at someone else and ever think you know what's going on, because you don't. Because does anyone with you? No. So just keep that constantly in your mind, that you do not know what's going on in someone else's mind and what they're thinking and feeling. And that's why communication is important. I feel like there was a lack of communication in whatever the situation was that was so damaging. And sometimes there's a lot of things that aren't said. So if you want to know that might be why this is happening now, so you can get those closures, so you can get those explanations, so you can have those conversations. But sometimes there's nothing to say, because nothing's going to change. And maybe that's how you feel about your person, or that's how they feel about you. And some things you just have to leave it be. Forgive for yourself, but never forget. But also don't obsess over it. Okay? Don't replay it. Don't re-hurt yourself. Don't re-traumatize yourself. Don't put yourself into that energetic drain of yourself. Okay? You deserve better. I love you. Scorpios, you got this. We'll see you really